Hey everybody, it's Ronn Grant, and you're watching Just for the Record. Stay tuned, you're watching 284 Media.
When you need to stay connected with friends and families at home or abroad, the best choice for you is Freedom. CCT Freedom. With the lowest rates in the market, our Freedom plan gives you unlimited calls and texting. Plus, our Freedom One package includes 10 gigabits of super fast, unlimited LTE data and unlimited calls to the BVI, USA, USVI, Canada, Puerto Rico, and UK lines. Why pay for overages when you can enjoy CCT Freedom? Stop by at one of our stores today and speak with one of our representatives to find out more about our CCT Freedom packages.
Kye Ryhmer, welcome to Just for the Record.
Thank you.
By all accounts, he's a nice guy, cool, professional, dedicated public servant, a father, son, brother, and friend. Straight out of Round Hill, somebody said. He seems really humble. I think he will do well. Just for the record, Kye, these are not my words. These are some of the words of people that have worked with you, as well as members of the constituents that you hope to represent. While those are pleasant to hear, some have also said, he's too soft. Politics will swallow him. He doesn't have the stomach for it. One man said, not because he ran a department means he can run a district. What say you to the concerns that you are not strong enough for politics?
Well, thanks for the accolades. And I like the fact that you said I'm straight out of Round Hill. Ultimately, I'm a Virgin Islander. I was actually born and raised over in Round Hill by my grandparents. So when you speak about me being a little too soft for the politics, it's just my humble beginnings and the humility that I have within me. But it doesn't mean that I'm not firm. I've run my department for over about 8 years in different capacities. And the department, we are guided by rules and laws, and we meet people on a daily basis. And there are times when you must be firm and make certain decisions that usually are not favorable, but those decisions must be made. So as I aspire to run for the 5th district, the reason why is that because I was married into the district. My best friend of about 25 years, she lives in the district. After graduating college, we moved home with our daughter and we moved directly to Horsepat. It was at that time that we actually started, we invested in property within the district. So it was from about 2001 that I've been a resident of the 5th district. And it's a district that I love, and it's a district that I would like to represent because I see that there are needs for representation. So I can manage the district based on my leadership qualities.
Okay.
And I would say running the Department of Motor Vehicle is not an easy task, but with persons involved and your staff, you must have your staff working in tandem with you and understanding your vision. And once we have the constituents of the district understanding where, we intend to take the district, I think the task would be quite simple. So in terms of me being soft, it's just, I'm just a humble young man. My grandfather always told me, a young man is supposed to be seen, not heard, but still firm.
All right. There are many different ways in which you could contribute to a society or a community. You can add value to the society in different ways, but why have you now taken the political route? Why get involved in politics?
Well, at this stage, being a BVI Islander, I love my territory like no other. And I see where there is a need for my representation based on the experiences that I've gained being a public servant. After the hurricanes, we all went through the devastation, and it was at that time you saw many of the residents, our neighbors, we came out in numbers and we helped each other. And persons were crying out for representation. Persons came to me, asked me if I would lead them in this direction. And I took up the mantle after some prayers and many prayers. And I think the Lord allowed me to journey on to this venture.
Okay, all right. Accountability, we hear a lot about transparency, honesty. These are words that we've been hearing a lot, to be honest with you. How have you exemplified some of these qualities?
Well, at the department where I've worked, I empowered my staff. Staff, they are quite important because despite me having the vision, I can't get anything accomplished with high morale without the staff involvement. So I always kept everything transparent, open. The most important thing to me was communication. And we had to always communicate to the staff and let them know. And in terms of accountability, the systems that were in place allowed you to be held accountable. And those are things that, you know, I respect accountability, and I respect what the rules and the laws of the territory are.
All right. When you look at the present state of affairs, persons leaving different parties, do you feel as though the present political climate, with all the negative and degrading memes, I mean, they attack your family, they attack people close to you, do you feel as though this tone sets a negative example for the young people?
I think it has set a negative tone. We are actually trying to engage our young people to actually be a voice and be a part of the solution. But with these sort of negativity, it kind of deters them, and you know, they lose interest in actually being a part of the solution. And you know, I think the negative means where they attack your family, because this is a small community and we live in a community and we have to see each other. And you know, I would encourage persons that are actually doing these things to actually refrain from doing it. We have a country to build. We just went through the most devastating storms in history. And persons who aspire to lead this country forward, I think we are all brave men and women, and we must be applauded for it. They are not helping the situation based on what the events of the 2017 storms. Mm-hmm. I think we should have all had a different mindset, and I do applaud all the persons that have that are aspiring actually to represent the territory on this level. And being that we're a small community, we all must live in unity. And despite you're not in favor of me being your representative, you still should have some sort of respect and allow the family to stay out of it.
Indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, just for the record, with Mr. Kye Ryhmer, we'll be right back.
Hello?
Wait, you had a lunch again? You don't say you were sick? What happened to our wedding rehearsal?
No, babe. I'm actually watching the news right now. Take a listen.
Topping our newscast today, UFOs seen around Tortola Pier Park.
And District 3 residents outraged over no water supply. They simply cannot bathe. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
Alright, babe, just get some rest, take 2 Advil, and I'll see you later.
Bye. Okay, honey, I see you later. I love you.
It's clear to see that Coconut Lounge is a place to be, the coolest cocktail lounge in the British Virgin Islands. A lounge like no other, with welcoming, professional service, and a breathtaking ambiance. Not forgetting a diverse selection of wines, beers, and signature cocktails. Cozy, comfortable, contemporary. Coconut Lounge at Tortola Pier Park. Visit us today. Kye, as one of the younger candidates, how do you plan to reinstill trust within the young people? Right now, there's kind of like a generational gap. Young people are over here, the older people are here. How do you, as the possibly the next representative of the 5th District, how do you plan on bridging that gap? Well,
first of all, I think we need to speak to them. We need to have them on board, let them be a part of the decision making. Let them know that, you know, their input is quite valuable, and we would like to hear from them. You know, not just us making the plans and then we include them. I think having them on board, that would assist in them regaining some of the trust that was lost. And, you know, once elected, then you would hope that they would hold you accountable. And at this stage now, you meet with them and you hope that after you get over that point, you continue to have meetings and so forth.
What would the 5th District look like under your leadership?
Well, at this stage, as we spoke about the youth and the trust, I think we must work on preparing them for the future. I know when I was growing up, I was a part of Boy Scouts. I knew about Girls Brigade and so forth. What I would like to see is that we have some programs where we reinvent or we reintroduce these programs to our young people, and we're starting at the age of 5 and up. Being a part of this program would foster the children, or being a part of these programs, the youth would be able to be in a positive environment. They'll build camaraderie. They'll, enhance their leadership skills, and it would allow for, to minimize on the social ills as they get older.
Okay.
Also, I would like to see where we would include swimming as part of our curriculum.
We're the sailing capital of the world.
We are the sailing capital of the world. And once we enjoy the water, that would be a complement to a whole lot of other activities. We would see more marine mechanics. We would see more captains. We would see more persons involved in the sailing industry. Also in the 5th district, I've identified a few places where we can create an economic zone, additional economic zone within the district. For example, I like the idea of palm groving. Palm groving is where you had local entrepreneurs, had the ability to own businesses. I would like to introduce some mini warehouses where young and ambitious entrepreneurs would have the ability to start a business. Now you'd go through the whole process of obtaining a trade license, and you would, if you need fundings, there's a small business bureau. And within these mini warehouses, we would allot one of the spaces where we would have seniors come and meet, because we need to preserve our elderly gems as well. Okay. So that is one of the visions for me with the 5th district, alongside bringing us together as one community.
Okay. Kye, there are many people who might be undecided. Even the young people say, man, me ain't bothering with that thing, me ain't voting. Why should the people of the 5th district vote for you?
Well, the candidate, Kye Ryhmer, you would have a young, energetic, humble, and innovative representative. And I must make mention of our late Honorable Dolores Christopher. We had many conversations, before her passing, and she had quite a few plans for the district. And a lot of those plans need to actually be implemented. I know she talked about up at the watch house and the plans for the mural. I would complement those plans in terms of acquiring some land and creating a whole economic zone for the area that would enhance the tourism product as well. And what I want to do is, I'm a people's person. I'm quite approachable. Okay. So you can depend on me, and you would have a leader that you would definitely see within the district. So you would have a dependable representative. All
right. Let's play a little game, my friend.
A game?
A game, yeah. It's quite amusing to me. It might not be to you. But it's something I call, I bet they didn't know. I'm going to ask you a couple short questions, and it's impromptu. You're going to give me the first thing that comes to your mind. Now, if you really can't answer, then, that's fair enough. All right? Celebrity crush. Celebrity crush.
My celebrity crush. I liked Halle Berry.
Okay. All right. Do you have a secret talent?
I like sailing and playing softball.
Okay. Guilty pleasure. Anything that you really enjoy just doing?
Guilty pleasure.
Favorite food?
Well, my favorite food at this stage would be fish, because I don't eat any other meat. So I'm not sure if it would be a guilty pleasure.
So are you a vegetarian or just on a fish
fish would be the only meat that I eat, and no dairy products.
Okay, all right. That's something we didn't know about you. Luxury you cannot live without.
Air conditioning.
Air condition. That's a good one, man. Air condition. Something you wish you were a little bit better at.
There's a whole host of answers to that.
All right. Best compliment you've ever gotten?
You're a great leader.
Nice.
You're a great father. You're a great husband.
Some really good ones. Who never ceases to make you laugh?
My daughters.
Good. How many kids do you have?
2.
2. All right.
One 18 and one 15.
All right. What do you think we should be paying most attention to? Who or what should we be paying most attention to in the BVI?
I think we need to pay attention to the lack of accountability in terms of where our finances are within our territory. Before we need to make a proper assessment as to where we are as a territory.
All right, Mr. Ryhmer, just for the record, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Brilliant Hands and Minds tutoring services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.